Hi, it's Yasina from Yasina's Light. Today is day 8 of 21 days where I'm paying it forward in the month of my 50th birthday. And I have been asked a lot of questions about, how do you live in the now? How are you keeping yourself in the moment? How are you keeping away from fear and things like that? And with my clients, we go in, I have a conversation, probing to see where you are at in your life, what situations may be causing you to live out of fear, what situations are causing you not to be in the moment, and then working on those. But because you are my general public and I don't know what you're going through per se, I asked the universe to tell me how to give this information to the general public and not just specific clients. Okay, so I picked up a book, and in the book, this book is actually called Letting Go. I love this book. Love it. And there's a section in there. So there's two ways that you live. You live in your mental how, and you live in the spiritual now. So when we're living with our brains, we're living with the fear. We're thinking about so many different options, what ifs, what coulda, woulda, shoulda happened kind of thing. But when we're living in our spiritual now, we're literally in the moment where whatever is happening at this exact moment is what we're living in. So for now, I don't know if you heard that, but that was my little dog, Jacob. He's actually gone to the door and he's growling. So I'm living in the moment right now. For me, my dog brings me back into the moment so often and so easily. Like this. Anytime I start to wander off, I don't know what happens, but Jacob makes noise or Jacob does something, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm right here, right now. So I don't always have to use my 5 senses to bring me back, or tap on myself, or snap my fingers to get myself back into the moment. Jacob really helps me with that. But let's get back to, because I am kind of going off topic. So the universe wants you to know this. If you're living from the mental how, you would think this thought: we often fear what we can't understand. But when you're living in the spiritual now, hi Jacob, when we're living in the spiritual now, it says, we understand that fear is a mental mistake. When you're living from the mental how, you think, we seek answers for tormenting questions. But when we're living in the spiritual now, we understand that there is no intelligence in torment, so we simply dropped those questions. So that's very interesting, because you think, why isn't this person talking to me? Or why am I not getting enough views? Or why is my boss acting this way? Or why is my husband or my spouse or partner being distant or not being distant? Why are they giving me so much attention all of a sudden? Like, so many of these questions, those questions are considered fear questions, okay? You don't need to know the answers to them all. You just need to take a deep breath and be in your moment, okay? So here's another one. Living in the mental how. We look to the past to help guide us to a secure future. When you're living in the spiritual now, there is freedom from the past and no thought for tomorrow, because we are living fully in a painless present. So, sometimes you meet somebody and all of a sudden you get a trigger and you think about something that's happened in the past. And then you bring that emotion in, and then you end up actually reacting to that person in a totally different way than you normally would react to them, because you're reacting from your past energy, right? So here's another one. Living from the mental how. We are reluctant to admit when we are wrong. Living in the spiritual now. We are free from the punishing need to pretend that we are always right. Love that. Just love that. Here's another one. Living in the mental how. We spend valuable time looking back in regret over past events. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Living in the spiritual now. The past exists only for practical purposes and never as a source of pain or problems. So what you need to do is literally realize that nothing stands between you and you living in the present moment. Your past does not define you in that way, and your future doesn't, but in the present, your path to your happiness is you. Being in the moment is your path to happiness. happiness. Like, you don't have to you don't always have to know how or why. You just have to know right now. How am I feeling right now? So if you're at work, for example, and you're having a stressful day, okay, so you're thinking, yeah, I'm having a stressful day because I know so-and-so is going to do this again, and we're on this project, and this is going to happen again, and da-da-da-da. No. Breathe. Let it go, because you're using your past to define your present, but it doesn't. Your present is every second. Everything changes. Everything can be different. You are bringing in your past behaviors into your present moment, and that's not going to fulfill your happiness. That's not going to help you find being in the moment and finding the happiness that you need to find. So the next time you're in a situation and all of a sudden you're thinking about, oh yeah, I remember this person used to be like this, or I knew somebody who used to do this, or like those kind of questions in your mind is questioning things, your mental mind is doing this because it likes to cause some drama. Take a deep breath, say stop, snap your fingers, bring yourself into the moment and say, no, I am not going to use what happened in the past as my way of looking through my glasses. Okay, so when I'm looking through my glasses, I want to see exactly what's out there right now. I'm not going to be wearing a kaleidoscope that shows me the past and use the past kaleidoscope to color what is happening right now. Nope, I'm going to take out a brand new pack of crayons for this moment at this time and see what happens with that, and see how much less anxiety you may have, and how much more ease you have, and how much more in the moment you are, and how the situations can actually play out completely different. Because if you watch a play and the main actor changes, then the play kind of changes. So be a different actor every single moment of your life. Thanks.